that regard, like were there any? Did you have a lot of those moments? Not mainly it was just like Richie Steamboat or anything. Did you have like a lot of those moments with other guys in the ring down there? Do you wrestle with? And you were like, not.
Yeah, is Titus O'Neil still employed? Do you know?
Oh, yeah, I think he is.
Oh wow.
He's on. Yeah,
I think he's still on.
He's on NXT.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
That's all that needs to be said.
You know what? Really, that is all that needs to be said.
Was that dog bite gimmick his? That whole thing was that his?
Oh, that's like the fraternity that he was in.
Oh my god.
Is the side? You know what? I don't know. That's you know.
Jesus.
Wow.
What was it like? Hey, promo time, and then Titus just came up with that thing.
Who knows?
I don't understand what that's
Who
about.
knows?
Well, with that said, you
Jesus.
see, you're starting to get experience, starting to work the loops down there. You're starting to train, and earlier on, I heard you say something about concussions. Now,
Yep.
please elaborate more on the.
Well, Titus O'Neil on the topic. We'll talk about him first. He is known for hurting people down there, and not giving a fuck about it.
Really?
Yeah. He, Bill DeMott had came down, and everybody was like, "Why the hell is this guy here?"
I'll build them up. I've heard stories about both.
Yeah, I mean, but I heard the same stories too, and that was my mindset when he came in, and it was definitely the first day he was there was definitely the exact mindset that I had in mind about him. He took the big guys with him for 2.5 hours. All we did was lock up and bump. Over and over and over. That probably took about 15 years off my life right there, just in those 2 hours. And from what I hear, he likes to get into people's heads. He got into Titus's head almost immediately, so Titus was all riled up. So we go lock up, and he elbows me right in the temple. Right in the temple, and I'm all loopy and everything at this point. I knew immediately that I had a concussion. But
Was that your first one?
no, that was probably the last one. I'll get to the other ones after. But yeah, that sucked. And then the next night, I hadn't told anybody about it, but the next night I worked. It was a 6-man. I forgot who it was. It was a good time, and I felt fine. But the next night we had a show. It's a regular house show. I forgot where we were, but I was wrestling Tito Colon in the opener. And halfway through the match, my eyesight just goes. I couldn't see. I couldn't see, and I threw up in the ring, and I don't remember anything from it. And then I had to tell him,
Was it anything particular that caused you to do that? Did he give you like extra?
No, just
Just
being there, And I mean, Tito's not a stiff guy at all. He's a great worker. He's a great guy. It wasn't his fault. It's Titus's fault, obviously. And yeah, that happened. The first concussion I had when I was down there, me and Xavier Woods had been pushing this tag team on Dusty for months, like 2 months. Yeah, us two. We had came up with a whole move set and everything, and he finally gave in to us and gave us a match on TV. He was like, "You know what? I'll do it. I'll give it a shot." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So the next day we show up, and we look at the card. It's me and Woods against Eli Cottonwood and then Jackson Andrews, both over 7 feet tall.
Kidding.
Good lord.
And so the match. Yeah, I think so. They said the match couldn't go over 4 minutes on TV, which means you get a minute for entrances each person,
Oh my god.
and 2 minutes of ring time, and then face time at the end of the match. So that was a squash, obviously. And but we didn't stop. We kept going. They kept giving us matches, which was great. And yeah, we were doing good. And we had.
Was there any what was the base before we get into that? Like, what was the base of the character with the team idea you had for you and Xavier Woods?
At first, it wasn't really anything, but it turned into you know what? I don't even really know, to tell you the truth. I just remember, it's all these goddamn concussions. We went out, we got matching suits and stuff, and we cut these great promos about, like how we want to change the tag team division. How we want to be successful. I think that's we call ourselves Success. I think. And yeah, so we were doing that. I don't even think we ever did that on a live show before, but we a regular house show. It's me and Woods against Jinder Mahal and Jacob Novak, and
It went a little bit better.
no, not at all.
Yikes.
Yeah, so the match starts or whatever, and I get tagged in. Me and Jinder had a little spot in the beginning that we wanted to do. I said, get me in the headlock or whatever. I'm gonna give you a couple shots. You take me off, and you give me a shot, and we're right back in the headlock. So I'm doing that, and then it's his turn to give me a shot. Takes me out of the headlock and forearms me, elbow right to the bridge of my nose, knocks me out cold, blood all over the place, broken nose.
No blood on TV.
Yeah, it was like a faucet. It was coming out, just dripping all over the place, and we had a spot in mind that I guess I tried to do. Still, I don't remember doing it, but he would give me a shoulder tackle, and I would nip up, and then do something from there. So I watched the tape back because I didn't remember it. Once he hit me, the next thing I remember is the trainer on the outside with me on the apron, checking me out, and they let the match finish, but they wouldn't let me get back into the ring. But anyway, this spot that we had in mind was I would do a nip up and we'd go from there. So he gives me the shoulder tackle, and I try to nip up, but it's just not working. So I think I just tried to just grab him and bring him to the ground or something. Then I tried to hip toss him, and I see Creed yelling or Woods yelling on the outside. Just tag me out, tag me in. So I eventually do, and then right after that is when I came back into consciousness, and I'm watching the tape back. You could just tell that I'm not there at all.
That you're out.
Yeah, I was. Creed is on the complete opposite end of the ring. Getting beat down in their corner. I'm leaning on the ropes, reaching out my hand for a tag when he's 20 feet away from me. It was not good, and I was out for a long time because of that.